Hey everyone, welcome to Jack's Corner, and today I'm going to be continuing from my last video, and I'm going to go over the incredible finale of One Piece's Dressrosa. Let's get into it. So last week I ended up with the tragic backstory of Trafalgar D. Law, and really everything that comes after this is really just fighting. And when I say fighting, I mean fighting. And to be quite honest, I think most of these battles were the best we've seen in the series so far. Like, just to list a couple of my favorites, we had Frankie versus Senor Pink, God Usopp versus Sugar twice, we had Sabo versus Fujitora, Kairos versus Diamante, we had Zoro versus the high-pitched Pika, and then of course we had Luffy and Law versus Doflamingo. Now I know there was more, but these fights to me were honestly pretty perfect, each having huge character highlights for me. Like Frankie with his quote-unquote hard-boiled attitude as his fight with Senor Pink, as he basically has just a who's a bigger man competition with Senor Pink, with of course Frankie winning. One fight, or sort of fight, that I was excited to talk about was God, Usopp, and Sugar. Not only was it another highlight for Usopp, but man, it was actually really funny too. I love how whenever we see Usopp battle, like as a reader or a viewer, we always think, oh, this guy's got nothing on this villain, and even though we always doubt him, he always pulls through. Sure, it may not always be in the strongest of ways, but the point is that he always gets the job done, and in this case, he did it not once, but twice. Usopp's sniper moment where we see that he acquires Haki and can see through the building honestly gave me chills as I was reading it. I already loved his character, and now I have even more of a reason to think that he's the greatest, and now he has the bounty and title to show for it. I touched on Sabo's return last video, but I gotta say, man, does it feel good seeing the Flame Fruit back in action, especially in this story, and in the hands of a beloved character like Sabo. Ace's will literally lives on through this man, and he does not disappoint whatsoever in this fight, versus a really strong, and in my opinion, incredible character, Fujitora. Besides from the fight itself, I gotta say, I love how Oda makes it to where we just don't like the pirates. We also tend to like the other sides as well, like Aokiji, Smoker, Tashigi, and now Fujitora, and then at the end of this, Sengoku, but more on that later. But Sabo's fight using the Flame Fruit versus Fujitora was just incredible. Now, one that I didn't think I was going to care about, but it actually made me tear up quite a bit, if I'm being honest, was Kairos fighting the one who killed his wife, Diamante. With Robin and Rebecca watching the fight that happened between them was emotional, to put it at best. Like seeing our one-legged hero take on a shower of spike balls and avenge his wife and show his daughter that she never needs to use her sword again and he is here to protect her now, man. It made me tear up, and I just loved its finish. And now we get to the big one, and that's Luffy and Law versus Trouble and Doflamingo. This fight had it all, and one thing I stated that I love about Punk Hazard was Law and Luffy's relationship, and man oh man does it deliver here. Though completely different characters, they really do tie so well with each other, and watching them team up against the sick and evil Doflamingo was seriously such a joy to watch. Seeing Law get hurt so badly to the point of losing his freaking arm and still staying strong was set up for one of my favorite One Piece images to date, and that's this one. Luffy stepping up and stopping Doffy's fatal kick on Law was seriously one of the greatest panels I've seen while reading manga, and I loved it. And what ensues after, honestly, it left me speechless. After really good teamwork between the two, we get to the battle that we've been waiting for, and that's when this happens. To say I was excited is an understatement. Not only do I love the design and the presentation of Luffy's fourth gear, I absolutely love how every blow he lands, I really do feel how bad that would hurt. And seeing the con gun send Doffy flying across the city from literally just one punch was jaw-dropping. Without going into super detail, we essentially see Luffy absolutely destroy Doflamingo to the point where the birdcage finally disappears and the beloved city of Dressrosa is saved. and man did it feel good to watch that. Now, as One Piece always does, the ending to this arc was perfect. We get a super tear-jerking moment with Kairos and Rebecca. We get a really good conversation between Lance and Goku as they share their memories with Corazon, who we all miss and love. And then another jaw-dropping moment, we get this. Luffy earning this armada had me freaking out to the point where I couldn't contain myself. Thinking back to Luffy setting sail on his little boat just 2 or 3 years ago and saying, I'm gonna be king of the pirates, I just need like 10 crewmates. We fast forward to now, and now our man has not only the best crew ever, but he has 5,600 man armada that will literally do anything for him no matter what. And now we head on to catch up with the rest of the crew like Brook, Nami, Sanji, and Chopper, and Momonosuke and Caesar, of course, at Zoe. Oh, and real quick, another thing, we also got new updated bounties on our crew, with everyone getting a pretty big increase and new pictures, which is great. But the one thing that left it as a mystery that I absolutely loved how Oda set this up was that not only does Sanji now have an actual picture of him and not just a sketch for his bounty, but his is the only bounty that says alive instead of dead or alive like everyone else's. It's mysteries like this that drive me nuts. If I didn't say it before, let me say it now. I love One Piece. I did do some research, and it looks like next week I'm going to be taking on Zoe, and I believe that arc is only about 20 to 30 chapters, something like that. So I'll probably get it done pretty quickly, but I promise I will have that video up next week for Zoe. Well everyone, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did. Thank you all so much for the comments that you've been leaving. It's seriously my favorite part of making these videos. I'm not joking. So if you want to talk to me or you just want to share your thoughts on One Piece, a series that it looks like a lot of people love along with me, you know what to do. Thank you for coming to Jack's Corner, everyone. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you next week in Zoe.